see the action unfold.
Well, this is Bear's best map, as far as I'm aware, so you should be fairly confident, but I mean, only as confident as you can be versus Skaven.
Yeah, and from what I can see on this sort of particular Aero Walk, the UT version, the spawn fragging is very high, and you can get an unlucky spawn on this bottom area quite a bit if you're standing on the top. So we're kicking off with some more 10 years of Unreal Tournament 2004. I'm Zacubus, and my co-caster is Asts from Team Digitus. And the action has started to unfold, and Shock coming into Skaven's favour, manages to find the flak. And good combo, actually doing a lot of damage there. 2 HP for Bez. And he's going to try and find some 25 vials. Good dodge there. Manages to find another. Builds up to 52. And that important Mega is coming up. And he's going to try and take the 100 armor instead. He's done a good job recovering that, Bez. That was very, very lucky there, Ass.
Yeah, it's like the 50-50 split. What normally happens is the guy that takes the Mega rushes quickly and grabs the 50 and then tries to get up to the 100 as well, so you get like a full map lock. But there was a 50-50 split, and they both came away with something.
Yeah, but good plays from Bears, because he was in a really bad position with that only like 3 HP at one point. He does have all the items. He's picking up the health as well. Wow, good LGs. Like,
there's a headshot there.
His sensitivities is absolutely crazy fast. How the hell does he aim? Now, Skaven caught in that shield belt, but manages to pick it up. He's low. It's about equal on health. But Mega will be spawning right now. Who's going to get it? Looks like Skaven. Oh, Skaven dodged off of it as well.
But there you see the respect for Skaven, though, because even though Bear was in a better position, he actually backed away rather than face Skaven at close range. So you let him have that Mega.
True. I don't think he understood the position he was in there, Bear. I think, to be honest, he definitely had the better positioning when that dodge back went. Should have just capitalised on it, but unfortunately he gave it up a little bit too easy. But now it's still pretty even in terms of the health mark, though. Whoever gets those long-range shots, and that long-range headshot, you can see the flames coming onto Bears, and I think that was another headshot going back onto Skaven. Oh, beautiful LGs coming in from Bears from that low ground, and he lands another, and he has finally taken the first frag. Beautiful, and oh my god, I'm not full screen. Damn myself. But there we go. Beautiful opening up. I mean, that's quite a long time for this map to have a first frag in.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, definitely. I think that's partly due to the kind of fairly even split we had at the start. It's allowed both players to kind of have a little bit of breathing space without having to charge onto an item right away.
Bear just going through these teleporters as fast as he can, try and find any angle he can. Preemptively shocking. Doesn't manage to find anything. He's on 44 HPs, waiting for an opportunity to get out, and wow. Good shield gun action there, saving his life there. If that hit, he would have been toast. He still has this 1 frag lead on such a busy map.
If Bear was actually more aggressive right now, he would be more in the lead, because Skaven messed up again now. He tried to dodge from the shock over to the LG50 and he missed the jump, but he was able to go through a teleporter and pick up anyway because Bear backed off again.
So Bear's just seems like he's nervous, or he's paying far too much respect to this Skaven so far. And that's got to snap out of him a little bit. And maybe it will. He's got the shock, he's got flak. Well, no he doesn't actually. Sorry, that was Skaven that just picked that up. My mistake.
He's trying to play the patient game, but the problem with that is if you give Skaven like half an inch, he'll run right over you. So it's a fine balance.
Yeah, definitely. Bear looking to get in close with that flat cannon. Finds another angle using the teleporter. Finds the 50. Switches it up towards the 100 room. And Link coming out as best as he can. I think he's out of flak ammo. Picks up a shock rifle. Gets the 25 vial. He's going to hold up to Sarah. Good combo. As you said, his combos are good. And that was a beautiful combo. Ride walling.
Managed to steal the Mega in the process as well.
Oh, beautiful shield gun block as well there from Bear. Manages to bounce him up towards the shield gun.
This should be a frag for Skaven, but Bear's managing to hold on for dear life.
Indeed. And now Skaven is in a really bad position with only 55 HP. Whacks it up to 80 with those vials. And Bears knows it. He wants the aggression. He gets that lovely rocket in. Skaven's still in this 50 area. He's just diving 5 minutes with one frag. This one frag... Well, it's even actually. Sorry. My mistake. But
yeah,
one frag either side going towards them. This is just unheard of.
I think both players are showing a little bit of respect. I guess they both are aware, obviously, of each other's skill on this map, so it's like kind of tentatively feeling each other out. And yeah, it's definitely going the better way for Bear at the minute.
Yeah, he's holding that control really, really well, just making sure that Skaven is relegated to this 50 room all the time. And there we finally have it. Bear's capitalising on the lead, and he does have this control lockdown now. But can Skaven get a weapon to throw back into the game? There's some good movement there, a little bit questionable. Skaven's showing himself across the map. Finds a flat cannon though, that will seriously help his aid.
Well, one thing I will say is that so far we've seen Skaven more or less dominate everyone by kind of controlling the map for the full 15 minutes and never really being pushed terribly much on control. So it's nice to see him out of control and what he can do with that. If he can manage to find the weapons and find the health.
Holy
and as you can
crap.
see, he has.
Just as you said it, it just did it. Two secondary flaks to the face. Perfectly landed on Bear. Now Bear on a bit of a back foot here as Skaven is going to lock down the control. That's so annoying, right? Landing those two perfect flaks.
Well, that's one of his strengths, to be honest. Because generally one thing I like to do to players is I take away the hit scan. So I take away the lightning gun, I take away the short rifle. And then that forces the players to come in close because they only have like flak or rocket or mini, for example. But with Skaven, if you invite him in close with flak, you're almost asking to be killed. So that's what I meant earlier by he's such a rounded player.
The story is time flak as well.
Yeah, it's time everything. Just time him.
Time him, indeed. Couldn't have said it better. But Bears manages to even it up with that LG kill. But the pressure is on. Ooh. 6 HP and Skaven gets the mega. So Bears is going to be relegated, but he manages to deny the shock. But the flak comes out.
Again. That flak again.
And he's going to probably pick up the shield for his troubles. Oh, that's so annoying. Just if only that flak wasn't there, that it could have been Bear for the control for at least a couple of minutes. But now he's going to have to plus back as best as he can. He's relegated to this 50. Picking up the vials.
This is where Skaven comes into his own as well. He's really good at closing down areas and shutting you out. So this is going to be a kind of testing couple of minutes for Bear now. See what he can come up with, if he can manage to steal some weapons and possibly even grab this 50.
It's basically a boa constrictor slowly squeezing the gap, I guess.
He's like a boa constrictor with bad attitude and lasers for eyes.
Lasers for eyes. Well, yeah, he's definitely firing out lasers this game. And Bear still alive, holding off really well, even when he doesn't have control. He's surviving incredibly well, really not putting himself in any dodgy positions. And great combo, doing some great damage there. I think Mega's up. 6 minutes gone, pretty much. 6 minutes 40 left.
Such a low-scoring game for Aero Walk. But not because of lack of action, it's more just because both players are kind of keeping their distance and finding the distance really well.
Yeah, definitely. They know exactly where to place themselves at all times. This is just positioning learned so well on a map.
Absolutely.
And Bear's great combos across the map. Like, you just can't focus on him long enough. And Skaven, I'm fairly sure he couldn't keep up with the pace there on those teleporters. And now Mega's up and Bears steals. That's good. He's got a tiny health lead.
You see, Skaven there actually had to turn his whole body away to dodge that rocket. It was just kind of flew past his face.
It's a good thing he did, otherwise he'd be tied up right now. He manages to find the shield. Got the 50 armor Bears though, and 125 HP. So health-wise, he's looking better, I feel. But Skaven,
it's fairly even right now.
Yeah. Oh, shot going in top. I think it was just splash damage LG though.
Yeah, stacks are pretty even though.
50's up, and Bear's going to deny it again. Misses the simple LGs there, both of them. Both standing still for that by the looks of it.
I think they're getting set up for the next item now. They're just trying to feel it. There we go. And Bear managed to come out on top that time, grabbing the Mega.
Yeah, and can he actually get the 100? Oh, he can't. Or it's not up yet.
And he's Skaven's managed to steal it.
He did get the positioning on it. I mean, it's hard to push up to that ramp with UT weapons. Let's be honest.
Yeah, it definitely is. It definitely is. That's one thing I don't like about this map is that the 100 is quite easy to defend from the bottom like that, or from the top. Sorry, from an attacker coming from below.
Yeah, you can't really shoot any flak up there. You're pretty much locked in, which is kind of a nice position to be in, especially if you've got a shock rifle or a flak. And oh, Bears gets in behind, but decides that nope, this isn't the fight I want to take. But maybe it is the fight for Skaven. 5-1, well, 5-4 now, sorry.
And
One frag lead.
With 150 armor again, so he's fully in control. This next Mega could possibly decide the next 2 minutes of play. And he managed to get it, so now Bear is completely out of control with... Oh, yeah, there we go. With another frag going to Skaven.
Yeah, Bear just wanted that health at the bottom there, but... Now, I think Bears has to play an aggressive game right about now, even with the lack of armor. Needs to get in close, get some flak in there maybe.
I would actually keep playing the defensive game right now if I was Bear, because 2 frags on Aero Walk is like literally 5 seconds work if you get the right spawns. So I would be careful and try and get myself an armor before I went rushing in.
It doesn't even matter. He's listening to your advice. Telepathic means, because Bear's just hitting off loads of LGs. He's really shortened the gap here in terms of health. In fact, he has that health lead, 55 HP. He's spamming up towards shock. Skaven now at the shock rifle, going towards 100. But will Bears find up this keg? He does. And Skaven's out in the open, using these teleporters to get out. Flak coming in, but only does splash damage. Skaven relegated to 50 and has to play the slow game, whereas Bears waiting for the 100.
Yep.
50, I think, is going to spawn pretty soon. It's up. Skaven collects it. Ooh, the rocket switch came out a little bit too late there. And good flak damage, though. Spam coming in towards the top and finds some damage there. Can Bear finally capitalise on a kill? Skaven somehow escapes with nothing. He's on 93 HP. It's actually more than I thought he'd be on. And good combo coming from Skaven.
Yeah.
He switched the pace up. But it's really even. 50 health to about 40. And oh, that shield timing just picked up nicely. But Skaven scares off Bears with that LG and barely misses. Picks up the cake. He's just way on top now. Oh no, maybe not. 6 HP.
Yep, this is definitely a blow for blow game. It's really intensely close.
Did Bears just hit him with a LG headshot?
It was 2 primary shocks. It basically pushed Skaven into that lower rocket launcher area and managed to keep him there so he could get the 100 armor for himself. Oh!
I'm quite amazed at how low these players get and manage to stay alive. I say that, and then, of course, Bears dies. So, Skaven taking that 3-point lead now.
Ah, there we go. That's the solo one. The conversion frag there.
Yeah.
The first frag wasn't too bad, but losing the second frag. The problem with the second frag was that Bear managed to get a weapon, but then he got killed straight away. So he's now down 27 seconds without a weapon, and he needs 4 frags in a minute and a half. So that's
no, he doesn't. He just needs the tele frag.
No. Oh.
Bears has switched this up with a tele frag. 1.5 minutes. Can he do this, Ask? Can he do it in a minute and a half?
He can do it. He can do it if he gets the control of the weapons. As you can see, Skaven has a shock rifle, which is a great defensive weapon. So that's going to help Skaven a lot. But if Bear can, he's coming right into him now. Here we go.
He gets another tele frag.
Oh my God.
He's going for the triple, baby. Will he find another kill here, Bears? He's doing some link damage. He's scared of the fight, though. He shouldn't be scared of this fight. He should be taking it. I know the health situation looks slightly dire for him, but I feel as if he could have capitalised on that.
I think possibly Skaven has a slight advantage here because of the weapons, but the next hit is going to decide this, I think. Oh, and Bear steals the Mega, that's good.
Gets the 52. Skaven relegated to 80 HP. 30 seconds left. And Bears is right on top of him. He's chasing him towards the link room. Finds the shot on the LG. He finds the frag. 20 seconds to find a kill. And he spawned him right below. He finds the LG. This is good stuff for Bears. Can he find the last hit? He sees the spawn. He's dropped below Mega. He's going to try and catch him off at the flak. He does it! Bears surely going to tie this up. 10 seconds. 8 seconds. No! Skaven has found an escape. And now Bears... Oh! He lands the headshot! 80 health! Overtime for Bears! Wow! Bear taking that amazing clutch shot on the last second. Beautiful stuff. People should be seriously tweeting this stuff out, man. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was,
let everybody
know.
Know. And now he has complete control of the map. Oh no. So Skaven did manage to get the 100 armor. It's pretty even. And Bears will get the keg. Weapon control seems pretty even as well. So Skaven's got a shock. He's got 50 now. This is it. This is... What do you do now, Ass? I mean, this is the shitty up moment that we all experience as pro gamers.
Yeah, this is definitely... Oh, I was just going to say, this is going to come down to whoever gets the first big hit, and actually Skaven got the first big hit with that combo, so there we go, Skaven got it.
Oh! Wow, but still, the comeback from Bears to bring back such only with, was it 4 frags in 1 minute 30?
Yep,
2 telefrags. Clutch headshot to bring it into overtime, and then Skaven, yeah, that combo really won him the game there.
Yeah,
pushes
absolutely.
it down.
They were kind of even on stack, and basically it was going to come down to whoever got the first decent bit of damage, as in either like a trap from a combo or maybe a headshot or something like that. And as you've seen, Skaven got a really big combo, taking away almost all of Bear's stack, and that basically decided it for him.
Right. Whoever says Unreal Tournament is a slow game hasn't obviously watched any Unreal Tournament, because that was just action throughout. Like, the score was not high, but literally they were on 20 HP running for their lives, and barely shield guns really popping out that much. It was just the great positioning that both of those players had to manipulate the map in their favour, even when they're down and looking pretty ugly.
That's one thing I would say about that game. It was a really good example of two players who were very comfortable on the map, because generally you find one player, once they get control, can kind of rack up 4 or 5 frags, because the other player isn't comfortable enough to do that running game. But both players there, you can see even in control, out of control, they were kind of aware of what the other player was doing, so they weren't falling for easy traps and giving away easy frags. So it was a really, really good match.
Yeah, it was a beautiful match to watch. It's one of the best ones we've had today. I mean, they've been epic actually pretty much all game, but this is just... I feel as if this game is on a whole new level. Like, this looks really something different.
Well, one thing I will say is that last map, as I said, both players very comfortable on it. This map, I know Bear does like, but this one I think would favour Skaven more, because Bear's going to find it a little bit more difficult to avoid that extreme hit scanning that Skaven has. So we'll see how this goes, but I think I would favour Skaven to win this one, maybe even at least 10 frags. Because
really?
Yeah, I think if Skaven gets in a nice run, he's just going to run away with it, basically. I mean, we've seen earlier, Frantic managed to take Skaven down on the first map, which was Leah, with a 5 frag win, I think it was, and then he got dominated for 3 maps in a row, so let's see.
Interesting. I mean, Leah is more of a hit scan.
3, 2, 1.
It's really more of a hit scan based map, really. I'm surprised that Skaven struggled on it then.
Well, the thing is, it's Frantic. It used to be his base map a long time ago, so I think that experience that Frantic has from like years and years of play kind of pulled him through that map. But the more modern maps, Skaven definitely has an advantage.
Indeed. Well, Bear's getting off really well at the start of that, manages to pick up the shield off of it as well. Looking very comfortable, waiting for Skaven to make that mistake, and he did, but didn't land the combo for the full damage. But Bears knows exactly where his opponent is going. He's not going to risk chasing after him in that direction. Good move, doesn't want to give away any advantage that he's already claimed. But
yeah, Skaven was smart too. He knew that Bear had the advantage and didn't want to give away an easy frag. So he kind of backed off, kept his shot rifle, kept his little bit of armour, and then gave himself time to get in position for the next 50.
Yeah, and Skaven actually beautiful primary shocks there, doing a lot of damage to Bears. Now only relegated to 100 health. So good aim from Skaven, showing as you're right, Ass, that hit scan looking pretty strong early on. And now Skaven looking to find a frag up towards the 50. But Belt is up, and Bear is moved around the map well, but not quick enough. But he does find a rocket. He finds an LG as well. And now he will get the 50, surely. Waited for that shot combo. Bears knew it was coming. Just psychic. Really.
What we're actually seeing right now is Skaven controlling the shock rifle. And that's why he's hanging around this lower area. He's just denying the shock rifle to Bear. Because Bear, as I said earlier, is quite well known for his combos. And when you're a player like that, you tend to use the shock rifle all the time to kind of move around the map, cover areas and so on. And Skaven's just denying him that, so he's knocking him out of his comfort zone. And that's why Skaven's leading right now. In control right now.
Yeah, and he picks off that lovely headshot as well when Bear was trying to pick up some vials, showing his dominance with the aim. And Bear running into that. Didn't want to do that, and the shield bounce coming out. Skaven picking up the 100 yet again. Back at around 42. Another headshot through shield. Like pixel shot that was.
That's Skaven for you. It's just a hit scan monster.
Oh my god. The double kill's coming out real strong for him. That is so frustrating to deal with. A killing spree in a matter of seconds. Skaven now very comfortable on Refinery here. And looking to find another frag here. Just dives. Bears dives into that LG. And he's thrown a lot of frags away in just half a minute.
That's what I was saying earlier. If you give Skaven half an inch, he takes a mile. And because Bear doesn't have that shock rifle to kind of, try and shut Skaven down a little bit, Skaven's just basically annihilating him with his hit scan. Oh, Bear managed to steal a shock there, so we'll see how this goes. He's still completely out of control, and on 10 HP, 30 HP is right now.
Yeah,
oh,
well, no HP.
Yeah, no HP.
Yeah, so Skaven just managed to move around the map quickly enough and outposition his opponent there. Bear caught off guard entirely. He gets hit from a strange angle. He didn't know where it came from, and then suddenly jumped again right behind him. Confused him, it looked like there. But, Skaven now in large and in charge. And that flat cannon's surely going to finish the job here. Switches to the link. And, I mean, what do you do in a situation like this? Because how do you get back into it? Skaven just seems so comfortable in every angle of this map.
Well, the thing is, because of the way the UT timings work, you can never really keep control of every single weapon and every single armor. So there's always going to be a moment where Skaven has to choose between an armor or keeping weapon control. And that's what Bear has to wait for right now. He has to try and steal either a decent weapon or get in and get a clean armor and just basically try and build a little stack up. He can't keep charging Skaven because he's not the kind of player that's going to miss shots. So basically he has to wait for that right opportunity. I mean, right now charging with fire rifle is silly. He's giving this one away, I think.
I mean, ideally you want to get the shield and the weapon locked down, but like you said, you can't control both. So do you prioritise that by the player you're actually playing? So like you were saying, Bez is really a shot combo fiend, so basically you'd prioritise maybe give away armors just to get rid of the shock. Yeah,
definitely. I mean, as I said, it depends what player you're playing, and in this case, what Skaven is doing is controlling that shock rifle, and you can see how much that's helping him right now. I mean, he messed up a little bit there because he walked into so much link gun, but he still managed to get out for that 50 armor. So I think in this case, Skaven's tactics are pretty much spot on. I mean, he's better with lightning gun than Bear is, and the only real challenge I think Bear has weapon-wise is with shock. So if Skaven can keep in control of that shock, I think he should always have the advantage.
Skaven actually really low. That was a surprise attack coming in from Bear from above, and a great combo to follow it in as well, knocking Skaven to 24 HP. Desperately trying to find some of these 25 vials. Finds them, upgrades himself a little bit. Might be in a position for the 50 here as well now. But the combo fiend himself, Bear, is down below and knocks him across the map just like he wanted to. But can he find this last shot, this last hit for victory? He doesn't find it. Bear's slightly unlucky, but he will get the 100 shield in exchange.
Well, you can see how the pace of the game changes when Bear gets that shock rifle, because all of a sudden he's got that weapon he uses to kind of shut down areas of the map. So even though he might not kill with the shock rifle, he still uses it to push Skaven off the 50, which makes a opening for him to come in and steal it, or finish off with lightning gun, for example. But that shock rifle is definitely like the crutch of his play.
Indeed. And oh, some good damage coming in from Bez. Finally, 1 HP. No, he manages to pick up this health just in time. But the lockdown of the Link holding him back from running away. Good stuff from Bez. Finally gets a kill. 8 minutes and 20. And he finds Skaven on a respawn. He does have the shock rifle, but his aim a little bit too sketchy there to really capitalise on any hits. And oh, wow. Bez on that LG as well.
Yeah, it's a good control from Bear. He knew Skaven was going to spawn at the shock rifle, so he managed to get in quickly to kill him before he could take advantage of that. And then on the respawn, he knew Skaven was going to spawn at the lightning gun, so he was quick to get some damage in to stop Skaven capitalising on that as well. So good control by Bear.
Indeed, and now Skaven actually getting a lot of damage output, and he's going to switch the control back to himself. Bear's now looking for a weapon, something to find. Oh, he's already picked up a flat cannon, my mistake. Finds a minigun as well. And I think shield is coming up pretty soon. Skaven's going to take the 50 armor away and the shock rifle away from Bears. And now he's got 100% guaranteed this shield. And Bear is just waiting for the sneak attack on it. Times it perfectly. But Skaven was waiting with his own trap.
He did actually done a lot of damage there. It was quite good, but the only downside to that is that he'd done the damage before the shield spawned, so now Skaven gets to walk away with 100 shield, taken cleanly, basically.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much a reset. It doesn't actually matter in that kind of situation.
Definitely.
So Bears is just... Ooh, Bears actually doing a headshot there, though, and now he's pushing aggressively. And he's going to get the Link finish. His Link's pretty good as well. Very needy.
Yeah, he's strong Link, which is quite strange because he's a really high sensitivity player. So generally mid sensitivity. So that sensitivity seems to favour Link gun and minigun, but Bear has pretty good accuracy with Link.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I personally go for a mid sort of setting. That's why I really rock the minigun and Link. Really suck at everything else. When I first started playing UT though, I was primarily shock and LG, and my sensitivity was so low. If you ever got close to me, you would just annihilate me.
Well, yeah, I tend to find a really low sensitivity to be kind of more of a hindrance, because I like to look around and throw shock balls around and throw rockets around, and I find if it's too high, then I lose any consistency at all with aim. So definitely I favour a kind of 25 roughly centimetre for 360. I find that to be about the best.
Yeah, I agree with you there, mate. I think it gives you a best of both worlds sort of policy.
Yep.
And that best of both worlds not favouring Bears right now because he's on 2 HP and he's trying to find an escape here, but I'm thinking Skaven's just going to hit everything.
If I was Skaven right now, I would actually just sit where I was for about the shock rifle, because he's taken those 250s, 25 bubbles at the flak, and he knows Bear's going to have to wait for him to go for 100 before he can get some health. And you can see he's still completely on the back foot now, and Skaven's coming after him, so I think we're going to see a frag here.
Yep, for sure. 7 HP. Bears. Lands that secondary flak, doing a lot of damage. That's like 180 or something.
Well, he done the right move. He knew he was. He never had the hit scan weapons to fight Skaven, so he made Skaven follow him into a kind of tight corridor, and that's where he used his flak to full advantage, and he managed to do quite a lot of damage. But it didn't quite work out. But he did do some damage.
It did, and he tried to get a little bit aggressive off the spawn as well, but it's not really paying off for him. And Skaven's going to take the range game, and the positioning game. And he's way ahead right now, and I think I've slightly disconnected.
Oh, I seem to have done the same, so I think I may be the server.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
4 minutes 20. I mean, last time it just actually came back and worked, but we'll have to wait and see. So 15 for 4 in favour of Skaven. There's really not much that Bears can do at the moment to get back in this.
Well,
that has gone down.
This could be a godsend. I mean, if they restart with the time remaining, call it 4 minutes or 5 minutes, it's doable if Bear was to get a good spawn and get control of weapons, but depends what he wants to do. He might say it's not worth trying and give the win to Skaven. We'll have to wait and see.
I mean, usually in tournament rules of any sort, you know, it's beyond the 5-minute cut-off period, so this is pretty much Skaven's game for a win, I would say. The right thing to do as a player is to go, yeah, let's continue with the 5 minutes, but, you know, when it comes to competitions, things get a little bit hairy in that regard.
Yeah, definitely. The kind of chariot goes out the window, and
I'm sure we've had our match protests on clan base and all kinds of shit in the past, so...
Yeah. I remember one game I had versus Kilu, or Kilyu, whatever you want to call him, the German player. I think.
Oh god, I hate Kilyu.
I think we played like, I can't remember, maybe 3 or 4 minutes, and he had like, I think it was 3 frag lead or 4 frag lead possibly, and we argued basically because he wanted to restart with the time that was left, which was like 11 minutes, and with his frag advantage. And I said, like, honestly, it's no point. Let's just restart the full game. It's 3 frags. It's 4 minutes. It's nothing. And he argued, and eventually he got his way. And in the first minute after restart, I think I killed him 4 times, and that was me either 1 frag in the lead or tied up. And I said, well, you know, I told you it was nothing.
Oh yeah, Kilyu, like, he's a really, really good player, and I respect him as a player a lot. But
oh yeah, definitely.
His style is so defensive; it infuriates me so much, and I got really pissed off at him at UT3 because he just plus back everything. Like, no, he won't commit to a fight even if he's ahead. And on deck 16, whatever it was called, deck 17, whatever it's called in UT3, I just basically made sure that it was the most miserable game that you've ever seen in your life. I had the score was 2-1 at the end.
Ouch.
To me. Like, I just stayed in the flak room, and if he came one way, I just ran the other. If he went the other way, I just went the other. And then he'd keep chasing me so much. It was like, this is the first time I've ever seen you chase anyone. And then I just steal the shields and just get the control back.
No, that's what Bear has to do. He has to kind of find a balance, basically, where he can not die to Skaven's hit scam. He needs to kind of steal a few armors and maybe draw Skaven in. But Skaven's a really smart player as well. That's what I meant earlier when I said he had the full package. He's got great aim, solid tactics, and he's pretty fluid. He knows when to attack and when to fall back. So he's a really tough nut to crack.
Definitely a tough nut to crack.
I've just been given a different server, by the way. I presume you have that as well.
Yeah, I'm just trying to join it as well. Trying to find it. Like, I keep forgetting how bad the Unreal Tournament systems are for finding games. Like, try to connect to it via IP, and it's like it's full, so I need to go to the server browser and find it.
Yeah, I generally just add them to favorites, and then I can, you know, either join as a spec or.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's the ticket.
I'm not sure what they're actually going to do now, if they're going to restart or what. Oh, I think Bear may have forfeited the map.
Okay. No, Bear doesn't want to play on. Let's be realistic here. What's Bear saying? So we've changed my to game screen again. And it looks like we're going to be kicking off again, guys. Thanks for tuning in to everybody that's watching, even through all the problems and shizzle. And it seems like we're going to go to Satakar. I mean, what do you think of this map? It's pretty new to you, I guess.
Yeah, it's totally new to me. It's actually, it's hard to say because I've played all other maps like so many times, and I know like the kind of lame tactics, the good tactics, you know, the aggressive tactics, you know, defensive tactics. And on this one, I haven't played it enough to know like if there's like a kind of cookie cutter tactic, or if it's always going to be kind of a mix. I mean, at the minute it seems to be fairly even, and the only one thing I don't like is if you kill someone at the 50 armor on that little bridge, for example, or in that area roughly, they can quite often spawn at the shop, go straight through the teleporter, and then kill you. So you can see some quick changes in control, which I generally don't like because it's a little bit lucky.
I mean that.
Yeah.
that could just be the one flaw in the map design, right?
It could be. I mean, once people become more aware of it, like for example on Ironic, I know you casted one of my games in the groups, and I remember I watched a little bit of the replay, and you said, "Why didn't Ass kill?" I can't remember who it was actually, but you said, "Why didn't Ass kill him when he was weak at the 50 armor?" And the reason I didn't kill him was because I knew if I killed him then, he was going to respawn beside the 100 armor, which had just spawned.
See, I should have thought of that because that's usually why I don't kill somebody, or you know, but I think maybe my mindset was because you were behind at the time, right?
Yeah, it probably was that, but that's why you can work in a balance. Obviously, I need to frag him, but I don't want to give away the full control basically. So that was pretty much my reasoning, and I think you'll probably find you'll get tactics like that coming to the fore later on. You know, with the shockwave ult issue that I mentioned.
Yeah, I always try and position myself as best as I can. If I'm going to die, I output as much damage and make sure that it's a good place where I get the spawn.
Yep.
But you know, that takes a lot of practice as a pro player. Like that's stupid amounts of hours trying to learn that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's really high level tactic play. That I mean, you don't kind of do that in average to kind of low level play. Definitely not. That's kind of deep thinking, if you like.
Yeah. And we've got things kicked off already, and Skaven has some good control, but Bear's also looking pretty healthy. It's pretty even.
Very healthy at the minute.
Good combo coming in from Skaven though. Manages to get the health lead ever so slightly. But let's see how Bears will be able to control this. Good LG coming in on that bridge. Gets the 50, gets it removed instantly. And good LG again from Bears, playing the sneaky sniper tactic.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, keeping Skaven down, stopping him kind of getting any map block. Even though he got the 50, he was quickly took it away. I'm
really surprised Skaven's here for this shield after losing all that health just prior, and he's got it somehow, but he's going to die here surely. Bears is not going to get away with this. Oh my god! 2 HP, and he's now going on the aggression. It's so even. 1 HP separates both Bears and Skaven, but Bears will get the 50 armor. Skaven will get the health instead. Bears with the rockets, but
great read by Skaven there. He knew Bear was low from that last fight, so he went straight to the other big health pickup point, and he was just waiting for him basically. Yeah,
and now Bear's caught a little bit off guard, but it's actually favoured him quite well. He's doing a lot of mini damage here, and he finds the kill. Little bit lucky there. I mean, he did get caught off guard, and well, got caught off guard himself there. But
good read again by Skaven there. As I said earlier, this is one of Skaven's best maps, so I would definitely favour him here against Bear. Although Bear, his style, that that kind of fast flowing combo style might actually work well here. I still would favour Skaven with because of map knowledge, basically.
Well, Bear somehow gets that kill on the shield belt, but gets stuck in the pool. It's never nice when you're stuck in there.
Oh, tell me about it. I fell victim to that one quite a few times.
It's like you just turn into a fucking walrus when you're in there. Just do nothing.
Yeah, that's it.
I remember there was a walrus in UT a long time ago that would pop up. It was like the time before memes, well before it. Have you seen the walrus? Are you the Eggman?
Well, one thing that is kind of weird, I guess, is that these players, or the characters, if you like, they jump around the map, jumping off walls, dodging really fast. Obviously, like kind of fit, fast characters, or whatever you want to call it. But the minute they go in the water, that's it. Can't swim, can't move.
Yeah. Just get absolutely screwed if you just fall into any form. Like, it's not even that high of water. Let's be honest. You could walk through that quite easily.
Yep. You could do your little Baywatch thing, run right through it. Kind of knee deep.
Yeah.
But no.
But you go for the full swim animation anyway. Still.
That's it. Yeah.
It's a nice addition to the map. I like the fact that there's risk to the hunt. There's always got to be a risk to the shield. I feel like.
Yeah.
The only reason you'd ever get it is if you have control. And if there's going to be contention, like if both players are equal, that's when the shield becomes interesting, especially in a big position like that.
Yeah,
where you always fight over it.
That's I find a little bit hindered nowadays because you said if both players are equal, the kind of shield determines kind of who's going to win basically map control. Well, I find that I can control pretty much everyone. tactics aren't new anymore. So like setting up traps and things like that are all well known on the older maps. So tactics don't come into it as much because everyone's familiar with the tactics. It really comes down to who's got the better aim on the day now. I find, especially like in this Division 1 level, everyone's just so close. Except for Skaven, of course, because he's kicking everyone's ass. But that's mainly because of his aim.
What would be nice for the new UT if it ever goes competitive? And wow, Bear's just getting some good shock damage in there, and he's got complete health and lockdown, by the way. But for the next UT, I think what they need to do is seasons, like a map season for like the 6 months. They use a set map list, and then they switch it up for the next season. That way, new players can jump in and new things can be discovered in a short time. And I think that would be really nice. Rather than having like deck come in again, like god damn it, like new players are just not going to have a chance to play all these maps where the strategies are already developed.
I mean,
but anyways,
the only problem with that obviously is that it really favours people that can put in the hours. But I mean, if you're talking on a professional level, as in people that are going to be actively competing against each other, then seasons definitely work very well.
Yeah. And good combos coming in from Bears. He's got a lot of damage onto Skaven, and he's going to capitalise another frag, taking a 4-2 lead so far. 9 minutes to go, and he's looking very comfortable right now. His control he's had for probably about a minute or two. Very locked down indeed.
Yeah, definitely. So far my prediction is completely wrong. I figured Skaven having what I thought to be the better map knowledge would actually be the one in control, but it seems to be Bear looking really comfortable.
But this shield is a little bit difficult to get a hold of, and Skaven has to leave it for his opponent. Bears will pick up that shield. He does take a little bit of damage. Bear actually he's taken a lot of damage, so Skaven outputted some LG shots in there, or some primary shock, sorry. Which I didn't see. I must have blinked or something. I'm getting old, mate. I'm getting old.
Well, Skaven was basically just chasing them down. He had to do like a little jump to get the angle to get that last LG shot in, and that's as I said, something that's really strong about Skaven is finding those hit scan shots. Because even though Bear was in a better position, Skaven is just relentless when it comes to accuracy.
He finds those pixels that you wouldn't normally go for. It's a shot that you'd go, I'm not going to take that shot because I just won't hit it.
Yeah.
And Skaven will just risk it.
And he does it. It's one of his forte basically. It's strong accuracy.
He was pretty low from that fight. Does pick up the shield. And looks like some aggression coming in from Bez. Good wall jumps. Misses the LGs though. Picks up shock and positioning his way over to the flak. Skaven, 100 health, 100 armor. Bear, 50 armor, 125 health. So pretty even, I'd say.
Yeah, fairly even.
Whoever gets this, pretty much the first initiation, the best shot in, will definitely have a lead. But
Skaven's got the better stack right now after that 50 pickup, but we're going to see a little bit of action here in a second.
Ooh, Bio actually positioned well. Does a bit of damage, but not as good as Skaven's positioning. And better weapon choice as well. And followed up beautifully with that flat cannon.
Yeah.
Bear's a bit unlucky with the spawn, perhaps?
No, I actually had a good spawn the first time because he got that link gun and he caught Skaven in the water. And we're talking about you were kind of hindered there. Well, Skaven just came out with a wicked flak primary and took a frag anyway. But there you seen again, Skaven with the headshot. That hit scan coming out once again.
Yeah, and there's been some comments made.
Oh, that's a sore combo for Skaven there. Good nice bit of damage.
Yeah, but manages to squeeze. Maybe not. Did not squeeze out of anything.
I think that was a Skaven style jump to get the angle. LG there to finish the frag, so that was good work by Bear.
Yeah, and Bear's on the chase, and Skaven is just shield getting away, and he's actually going to die here. But man, gets off a lot of shield damage there as well. Bear's having to regen his health up as quickly as possible. Towards his LG, he's going to deny that. I think he denied the shock as well.
Yeah, and Skaven, Bear decided to back away and let Skaven take that 100 because he thought it'd be better off taking the 50 and getting some health, basically recharge it a little bit.
Yeah. It's good play, and he's denied the weapons, so he's only on pretty much a minigun, maybe a projectile weapon. as
It's
well.
shock now, I think, possibly. I'm not sure. Yeah, you did get it, yeah.
Got it. So does that have that health advantage now? Bear's playing the sneaky game. He's waiting for the sneak, and he finds the sneak with those lovely combos. Good wall jump there as well.
Oh,
And
nice
just
LG.
brilliant use of the space there as well. Diving in and cover every angle, getting those lovely angles on those LGs as well. Skaven hurt pretty bad, but now back to 100.
This next 100's definitely gonna. Oh, big fight here. Yep, Skaven firing a combo in, but wasn't able to do full damage. He did take some of the stack away from Bear, but as I said earlier, it was before the 100 spawned, so Bear managed to get away with a clean 100. Definitely an advantage right now.
Indeed. And almost so close to telefragging there. Bear comes out with a lull as well. We wanted another. And Bear, I don't know. I think it's pretty even now in terms of health, though. Flat coming in, damage, and that shot combo from Skaven was good. It was too good. Another one followed.
Yeah, that was excellent. Use of the shock right there. But you see Bear again. He gets that shock rifle and he feels confident. He feels like he can move around the map a lot quicker, which is weird because it, generally considered quite a defensive weapon, but because you can move and close off areas at the same time, that's why people feel really comfortable with it and generally move around with it out. But yeah.
Bear just giving away a few frags there. I think that was a headshot at first with the LG, and then Bear then trying not to give away that shield belt again because he knew it's getting a little bit close to time now. But I don't think he should have given away that kill. I think he should have just let his opponent get it and focus on something else maybe.
It was just another kind of example of why the shock rifle is so powerful, because Skaven was able to use it to do such an amount of damage in a kind of close space like that. The Bear never really had a chance.
Yeah, I mean the shock rifle is it is OP. Like it does defensively too well. It does aggression too well. I mean, it's any wonder why you'd ever swap sometimes.
Yeah, definitely. I mean that used to be the standard tactic on most maps, was control the shock.
No, like I think like in timers it should be a shock timer on the spectator hub. I'm not joking. Like it is like another shield basically, in my opinion.
Oh,
it can block. It blocks rockets. It blocks flak. It's frustrating when that happens.
Although it's quite an easy weapon to use, it's also a hard weapon to master, if you know what I mean, because it's got so many uses. It's not always obvious. As I was trying to say earlier, like shutting down areas with it, you can do damage around corners. You can shut down like an armor point, for example, so no one can jump on it. Things like that. It's just such a tactical weapon as well.
Yeah, I just feel like it just, even if you're stuck in a bad shape and you have to spam shock balls in close range, it's still still absolutely great because it is working as a shield. If it perhaps hits your enemy, even better. But if it blocks a shot, it's beautiful. And I think
you're forgetting the last part as well. Obviously, the shock balls in very close proximity, it works like a kind of splash damage weapon you aim at the floor. So you get like a full quota of damage possibilities with the shock rifle. I think Skaven's running away with this now. I think just too many headshots and
I wonder if he purposely aims for the head, because I noticed that I usually don't aim for the head. I just try and make sure I secure damage and hit for body.
Wicked flak.
That was a beautiful flak.
Wicked flak.
Now I tend to aim for body because I want the guaranteed damage.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I definitely do the same. I know some players aim for the head, and they can be really consistent with it. But I find headshots, although you can aim for them, they definitely are. Let's just say you need a little bit of luck on your side to do it consistently. So I tend to just go for the body shots most of the time, unless I'm deliberately trying to shoot through the shield or something like that. Then I'll aim for the head. But
indeed, we have a minute left to play, and Skaven just narrowly avoiding death with that shield gun there, with that rocket to his feet. But it looks like he might actually get the better positioning here onto Bear.
Solid link gun there. That was excellent. Yeah.
When you have that higher ground of link as well, and in a pit scenario, you're just loving life.
Yeah, because you're kind of, as well as doing damage, you're hurting your opponent's movement. So if he's trying to jump up towards you, that's just it's criminal. It hurts.
You feel free. Your movement isn't impaired as well, and with the high ground as well. It's just the best position to be in.
Yeah.
And more link gun coming out for Bear. He's trying to do something, but I think Skaven might come out. Oh, they're on 17-17 each. Clutch.
Clutch.
Skaven's going to take this on 3 maps.
No, it's
So-
2 maps, isn't it?
20 seconds.
2-1 now. Is that right? Yeah, because it was Refinery, Aero Walk, and Satica. So it's 2-1 for. Oh no, wait.
No.
No, damn it. You're right. Sorry.
You're gone crazy, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sorry.
There were some bloody close games though. I mean, to be honest, I don't blame you because you know that the first game on Aero Walk, almost Bears had it. I mean, he should have. I think Bears should have had that first game, to be honest, because he did so well to bring it back on that overtime.
Yeah.
And then Skaven on Refinery just got into his groove by the looks of it and was able to continue that throughout the game.
Yeah. Well, I definitely favoured Skaven with Refinery. I said that beforehand, and I did favour Skaven on this map heavily, but as you've seen, Bear definitely didn't work for it and controlled the map, if you like, for quite evenly for at least half of the game. It's mostly the last 5 minutes that Skaven managed to get his flag lead.
Yeah, he did, but he got a lot of frags in a short period of time. That was the problem. It wasn't something that Bears could really adjust to and sort of slow down. He had to then push forward hard himself to maybe get a lucky kill back.
Yep.
And that ain't easy to do against a player like Skaven that understands the game so well.
Definitely it's not. I mean, I've said it 2 or 3 times now, he's just such a well-rounded player that it's so hard to kind of find a weakness or an opening that you can exploit.
Too right. And we're going to go to a quick commercial break, guys. Well played to Skaven, winning that last game 3-0, showing us how it's done. Even when you're just about to throw a map away, brings it back with a beautiful shot combo on that first map, Aero Walk, which, if you ever watch this VOD, you should watch that map because it was phenomenally good. Also, guys, we got prizes to give away. I've got this Kingston headset, the Cloud, that I'm holding up right now on the stream, giving this away. We've got some graphics cards to give away. All you got to do is tweet us, or tweet me at Zacubus with an MS Paint picture of all the action and all the fun, or something funny that somebody said something. Just draw it in MS Paint and tweet it at Zacubus, and you'll be in a chance to win. And I've shown some of the entries already, but I haven't picked winners yet. So bear that in mind. I'm doing it at the very end, so I'm forcing you to stay to watch the whole stream. Don't get it for free, lads. You got to watch. Pay attention. And guys, tweet this action out to everyone as well. We want to get as many people involved. It would just be awesome to get lots and lots of people involved. And in 15 minutes time, we're going to go front page on Twitch. So hopefully we should have a viewer spike and introduce some new people to the World of Unreal tournament.